Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. So today we are going to be creating with limitations. It's one of the best ways that I have found to spark ideas, creativity, to get the juices flowing, to break that scary blank page, to all of those things. I could go on and on and on. It's one of my favorite things to do when I feel stuck. At the beginning of the year, I want to jumpstart my creativity and kind of start the creative process for myself. And so I want to share the things that I do, and I'm giving you some limitations, some specific limitations to do for your practice. And we're calling this practice because that's what it is. All of our work is practice. I can't wait to share this with you. The lesson that I'm going to be sharing with you on limitations is from the Mixed Media Insider membership. It's one of our art challenges of last year. And it's the perfect way to kind of segue into letting you know that the doors to the membership are open now for membership signups. And I would so love to have you join us if you're looking to jumpstart your creativity, if you're looking for ideas and inspiration and motivation and someone to come alongside you and cheer you on, and have a collective group of people that do that as well. So the doors to the membership are open and will be open until January 26th. That's just 2 weeks. It won't reopen again until September. So I only open the doors twice a year. And it's only $25 a month. There's monthly themed projects. Each month we do a new theme, a new focus, a new something that will be creating projects and getting ideas. Like for January, for this month, we are doing intentional art is what it's called. It is all about finding our purpose, our why, how we want to feel, what we want to do when we show up, our spaces, all of those kinds of things to get us focused in on where we want to go for 2026 and reignite that creative spark. Sometimes it can get lost in the hustle and bustle of everything. And so intentional art is our themed project for January. And what I want to do is, if you are interested in the membership, I am making that available for you for free in the free preview. It's a full workshop. It will be an available workshop after the membership the doors have closed. I will make that into a full workshop available for the public, but I'm offering it to you for free, along with a whole bunch of other things in the free preview section, just so that you can get in and take a look and see the value of everything that's in the membership. I know it's my membership and I've created, but I'm really proud of it. And the content, you've got over 4 years worth of content. And so many students go back and revisit years ago content and go, this one was so good, and they start creating more things. There's just a ton of things to do. There is monthly themed projects, art challenges like we're doing today every month. Those art challenges have become my favorite, and I think they've become the students' favorites, to be honest with you. Backstage passes, where I give you kind of a peek over my shoulder at what I'm doing in my studio, if I'm cleaning, if I'm trying something, experimenting. Then we do live monthly Zoom calls to answer your questions about the monthly content or anything else. We get together, we chat about products and things and laugh and have a good time. Art chats are for you, for your inspiration. I just talk to you and encourage you along your creative path. There's a full resource library of books and everything that inspires me, along with a huge collage paper library, all for you, for however long you are a member. It's all for you. And there's more. There's so much more than just this. So we're gonna go into our kind of practice here in just a few minutes and experiment with limitations. Please, I hope you Try this because it's so good. These are 20-minute little practices, and they're so good, so good. And it'll give you a taste of what might be waiting for you in the membership. I would be so honored and blessed if you decided to join us, our wonderful little band of merry makers, and just dive right in and gather up all the goodness that awaits in the membership. The information will be down below in the YouTube description box, and there's a free preview. You don't have to pay anything. You can get in and take a look and see what you think, and then make your decision from there. All right, my loves, I hope you enjoy this lesson from one of our art challenges, and that I see you in the membership. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful, and I hope that you always know that you are loved. February 2025's art challenge, and this challenge is all about limitations, and this is a great practice because I want you to see how having limitations, sometimes we want to use all of the things, but that can really kind of cloud our judgment. It doesn't sometimes help us see some clarity in what we're creating. It doesn't give us blank space and calm space. And there's just so many things sometimes to choose from that if we give ourselves limitations, I'm only going to use these things as I create or as I practice, then it helps the creative process, especially when we're showing up to just kind of play and have some fun and just kind of be here and experiment. So the limitations are, I'm giving you 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a pencil things to use. So 5 things to use when you create your abstract. You can create a floral. You can create whatever you want. It's 100% up to you, but please try to use just the minimal things that I'm giving you. It will help you. I guarantee you, it helps you see things differently. It helps you think more creatively, like, how can I make this work? And you find the most amazing things when that happens. So first and foremost, we're going to be using up, so for February, we created all different kinds of texture pieces for our experimenting and trying things out and all those kinds of things. And I have stacks of these. Ooh, I could have used that one. I'm like, I could do 20 of these pages. I just love this kind of time to just play. No agenda except for, thinking outside the box with limited supplies. Okay, so the one thing that stays the same is scrap of texture. Well, I guess that's not true. Scrap of texture. So let me just go to the first one and I'll explain it to you. So this is how I'm doing my experimenting, because this is a learning process. Every time we show up is a learning process, but I want to take a look at this and go, okay, what do I like? What don't I like? What could I do differently? And then maybe come back to it later after I've stepped away from it and then go, you know what, actually I like it. Or no, you know what, it needs a little bit more light, that kind of thing. So for this first one, number 1, scrap of texture. This was the plaster cloth. 1 acrylic color, so I used burnt sienna. 1 soft pastel, I used a teal soft pastel stick. 1 piece of collage, which is the black, these little black bits right here, that was my collage paper. And then my pencil. That's it. And I wanted some varying color, and black and white. So you have black and white to change the value. So I can use burnt sienna, but I can change the value. I can make it darker, or I can make it lighter, which I made it darker over here to kind of get this brown feeling on my white texture. And let me just show you my palette. So this was originally just burnt sienna. I added some black to it that made this really yummy brown. And then I added white to it to make it this soft, sienna color. And so you'll see some of the soft sienna colors, the regular burnt sienna color, and then this brown sienna color by mixing some black into it. So the variations, you can really do some amazing things with just a few things. And then of course, I did add straight white to it because I needed to calm things down and that kind of thing. Now I'm creating abstractly, but I could have done this like with floral too. And the one thing that I did do with my soft pastel was I put it down like this and then came back in with my brush and smoothed it out. Now this is on raw paper, so it's not going anywhere. So I did put this was the first thing that I put down. Was it? No, I think I put my burnt sienna down. Then I put this down. And then I went over the whole thing with matte medium. I got that to be a non-porous surface. I did start with a porous surface, which you can kind of see some of this real light, which was interesting. So you can experiment a ton with these little fun abstracts or florals or landscapes or whatever you want to do. So I put my sienna down, then I put my texture down and covered the whole thing with matte medium because I didn't like the porous surface. And then came back and put my, I'm just going to do this right here. I put my soft pastel down and dipped it in some water and then really made it flowy, and I could get some teal instead of just like the soft pastel look. I could get kind of a teal color paint. And then I sprayed this with a matte sealer so that it wouldn't reconstitute. Then I used my charcoal pencil. This is my collage paper. I used my charcoal pencil. I added white. I could have added black, but I felt like I had enough black. So that was my first experiment with my limitations. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And what I did over here was I wrote down my recipe, like one scrap of texture, one acrylic color, and I can get more detailed. So I did burnt sienna in case I really, really love this and I want to do something maybe on a bigger scale. Soft pastel was teal. Piece of collage. So this was one piece of collage paper. I did cut it up and put some down here and one up here. And then my charcoal pencil. And I wrote down a few notes. I started on raw paper. I did not like that. And then the other thing was I used water to move and soften my soft pastel. Plaster cloth was my texture. Used gesso to make soft sienna color. And I need to write, I used black to make brown. So those are the notes that I want to take because I love how this looks and I want to do something similar on a larger scale now. That was the first one that I did. And I'll put this back in here. And then this was the second one I did. So this one was one scrap of texture, and this is my texture right here, and what it is it's the masking tape that is overlaid. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I put that down with fluid matte medium. That was the first thing I did, and I covered my masking tape with gesso, white gesso, and then just covered the whole thing. Oh, I should tell you this too. I taped everything off, so you can see how I've got this taped off. I did tape everything off. You don't have to do that. I like to have the white edges. It helps me see better. So I taped everything off. I put my texture down, which was the masking tape part, and then covered it with white gesso and covered this whole area with white gesso because I learned over here that I didn't like the porous surface. And then I had one scrap of texture. I used one ink color, which is my Prism Violet. I used one colored marker, which was my olive green Posca pen. I used one piece of collage, which is right here. And I used my pencil, and then blacks and white. And so like these dark areas here, those are my charcoal pencil. This area here is my Posca pen that I watered down. I did some mark making here and then just watered it down. So like I came in here like that and then just added some water to it and it dried so lovely. I'm going to tap that up so I can turn the page. So then I wrote, I like the color combination. So that's the one thing about this one. My color combination, it's okay. It's not fantastic. This lights my fire. And that's true to form for what I typically like. I like the color combo. The tape texture is yummy. Could have done less ink. So like I kind of went a little crazy on the ink. I did kind of pull it back a little bit with some white. I used my pen, my Posca pen with water. I added black to my ink. Oh, that was one of the really fun things that I did. So I just put a little bit of ink out here and added some black gesso to it. And I got this really dark, smoky color. And that's what I put over my texture to help it reveal itself. I could have pulled this back a little bit more, like with some alcohol to reveal that texture, but it was so yummy. So I can kind of come back over and pull some of that back to reveal those edges. See that? Now that I like too. So lots of options. And then I added black to my ink for a darker tape texture. I like the dark black pencil, the contrast. So I came in and just was real aggressive with some of my pencil marks and then kind of smooshed it out. And that I really liked. Because it's that contrast. I did leave more blank space this time because I learned from this one that I didn't have enough blank space and I kind of had to create it with my gesso. So I left some blank space and I like it more. So each time I'm doing something, I'm learning something. I'm taking a lesson from the previous one and moving it to the next one. So now I want to do some really quick, just kind of give you an idea of, you know, how quickly, I mean, they were really about 20 minutes each. That's it. So I have already put my texture down, and this is drywall compound on some medical exam paper. And I have put a coat of matte medium over everything. So this is non-porous and this is non-porous now. My restrictions, and I want to write them out because it helps me know, okay, these are the colors I like, these, you know, this is what I like, that kind of thing. So for this one, my limitations are one texture, one fluid acrylic. And you may not have, you know, ink or fluid acrylic or something like that. You can find something else in your stash to use. Fluid acrylic, one crayon, one piece of collage, and my pencil. And I'm using my charcoal pencil. You could use a colored pencil. You could use a soft pastel pencil. Whatever you choose. Okay, so I've got my texture down. And I've chosen some phthalo turquoise for my fluid acrylic or high flow acrylic. And I have a crayon out here. This is kind of a deep magenta, I think. I should probably test it. Yeah, that'll work. And my collage, for my collage bits, I have a couple of options. I brought this out because I thought it might be kind of interesting with these colors, but I also have some blacks in a bunch of different patterns. I'm not exactly sure. I also have like a regular piece of collage paper. So I have some options over here, but I want to kind of get something down first so I have something to respond to. Now I can choose my crayon, I can choose my acrylic. It doesn't matter which order you use them. You know, do what works for you. I'm going to start with my high flow. And ooh, gosh, is that pretty. Man, do I love that. And I'm thinking like I naturally would think about a project, like I'm taking it all the way across the page, but you don't have to. You can use this as complete experiment. So now I want a little darker color for my texture so it stands out. So I'm going to put my phthalo out here, turquoise. Put a little bit more, let me scooch this over so you can see that. Put a little bit of black out here. Don't need a ton. I'm going to take a little bit of this black and put it right into my phthalo turquoise. I'm going to do a little bit more. Ooh boy, is that pretty. Now black is going to kind of take it a little bit, almost a greenish color, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I want that dark to really kind of stand out. I'm going to take that up and bring this down. Maybe I'll add a little bit of that over here. I like that color. See, I found something. I found something that I wouldn't have thought of. Okay, so now let's kind of bring some of this back. Woo, boy, is that good. I'm going to pull some of that back and then come back over it. And most importantly, I want there to be this freedom that you have while you're doing this. While we have limitations, I want there to be curiosity. Like, what can I do? How can I change this color? How can I reveal this texture better? How can I, whatever it might be. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to add a little bit of teal turquoise to this darker mixture and kind of make something slightly in between. Okay, and then I'm going to put some, actually I think I'll use this, and I'm going to take a little gesso and put gesso into that mixture, and let's just see what I get, because why not? Kind of a gray. Okay. I want this to dry just a little bit. Okay, that's fairly dry. It's not 100%, but dry enough. Dry enough for me to put a little alcohol here. Oh, I almost did there. And kind of reveal some of this texture. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay, yum. Okay, so that's fairly dry. Now I've got this crayon. Let's see. It's very red. So I know that I can smush it. And if it's over the teal, it's going to go a little purple. I know that I can water it. I got a little teal in there. See how it goes a little purple? And the other thing I know that I can do, I can put some out here. And what if I take a little bit of gesso and put it in there? And then I've got this lighter color. It's going to give me a little contrast. Okay. if I come in with just a little more gesso on my brush. And I know I like the blank spaces, so I'm working towards that. And then I'm just barely kind of rolling this through. And I kind of want to just integrate this piece, the texture, in so it doesn't feel like it's just stuck on there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I like that. And then, do I want to do just some real straight, strong teal? Like right here. Contrast. Look at that. Let's put a tiny, tiny bit right up here. Right up against that light. Pretty. Bringing some down here. Okay, that looks, I like that. Okay. So crayon, and then my collage. So because I'm limited, I want to find the best piece of collage that will be interesting. I need like a smaller set of numbers. Here we go. Here we go. So if I did something like this, like right here. So I got the texture here. If I come up here, I can add some color over it. So I'm just going to grab some, you could do fluid matte medium or matte gel. I'm just going to put that down. Okay, I put my collage paper down, my camera cut off, and then I just came back over with my high flow and just did some real dark over it to integrate. I came back in with a little bit of this lighter color and just kind of, you know, again, integrating that into the piece. So I like that. Now, I want to look at contrast. I want to get a little bit of alcohol here, and I want to make this whiter down here. Because again, that white helps with the contrast. It softens and creates space. So I like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of gesso out here. More gesso, and I really want to make some more white space. So I've got this white space here. I want to kind of follow that all the way up and bring some real white down here and kind of up into this area. And I'm going to add just a tiny bit of white right in there. Nothing big. I'm just trying to see now. So I've got white space here and here, here. And more white space right in there. Let's just try it and see. More white space here. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that feeling. Okay, now, charcoal pencil. So, I looked at some of something like this in there, which I can do. The reason I opted not to do this is because I can do some marks and things like that with my pencil if I so choose. So I could come in and make these marks like this. And I don't want to second guess myself too much because I want this to be free form. And when we start really trying to overanalyze how it's looking and all those kinds of things, quickly, I'm going to just go right into that wet gesso. We can, overthink it and overcorrect. And usually the most amazing art happens in these, like, just free form, fun times. Kind of like that going all the way. Who would have thought? But I'm just going to do it. Because this is play. This isn't a masterpiece. I want to see what I like and what I don't like. All right, now I'm going to just do some scratchy marks. I'm going to bridge the gap there. Kind of take it all the way across and take it out this side here and out this side. Got it going off here, up here, and then down here. Okay. I'm going to remove my tape. Then once I get the tape off and I have those clean edges, I can kind of see, okay, is there anything else that I want to add or change? A lot of times, though, the best advice I was given as a beginning artist is just walk away for a second. When you're staring at it for so long, your eyes need to rest. And I think that's pretty doggone amazing. In fact, I even want a little more black like contrast in there. So like some black kind of coming down like that, maybe. And then off to the side here. Yeah. Well, I like that a lot. Okay. That feels really good. Okay, completely happy with that. That's my experiment. And I could do this for days and just give myself some certain limitations and just play. That's what it's about. But in those limitations, we learn. We learn about the products. We learn about what we like. You could have tried something and been like, that is not what I like. I don't like those colors together. I don't like, this is not my favorite color combination, but it works. It's okay. I wish it was more magenta, but it's okay. This is all practice and just learning what we love and what we don't love, and learning about ourselves and our creative time and what we may end up wanting to do. But if you're not completely happy with it, like I think this may need a little bit more white, I want to just let it be. And then I can come back, like I think maybe a little more white right in this area here. Because I like the lightness of this. And this one, I didn't have any white, and I walked away, and then I came back and I was like, yeah, I need some light. And that was in my notes. So, do 1, do 20, whatever you decide, but write your notes. So I'm going to write my notes about what I like, what I used, all of those kinds of things over here, so that when I come back to, when I'm needing inspiration, I can come back here and go, oh, I love that. I can see that in this project or whatever it might be. So take your time, play, just have fun with this. And I will have the 3 limitations that I worked with, but of course you can come up with your own. Okay, my loves, I hope you enjoy this art challenge, and I can't wait to see what you create.